They disappear when life is calm. They forget you when things are good. But the moment they need support, suddenly you exist again. This pattern isn't accidental. It's deeply psychological. People who only remember you when they need something are often operating from a mindset of emotional convenience rather than emotional connection. Psychology explains that these individuals don't build relationships based on mutual care, but on usefulness. Your presence in their life is activated only when it serves a purpose. At the core of this behavior is self-centered emotional regulation. Such people seek comfort, validation, advice, or reassurance when they feel low, but they lack the capacity or willingness to provide the same support in return. They don't see relationships as shared emotional spaces. They see them as resources they can access when needed. One major psychological factor behind this behavior is low emotional empathy. Empathy requires awareness of how actions affect others. People who reach out only when they need something are often aware of your kindness, but disconnected from the emotional cost it places on you. They assume your availability without considering your feelings. Another key reason is learned behavior. If someone has learned that you will always respond, always help, always understand, even after long periods of neglect, their brain associates you with guaranteed support. Psychology calls this predictable emotional supply. They don't invest effort because they don't need to. Your consistency allows their inconsistency. There's also a strong connection to attachment insecurity. Individuals with anxious or avoidant attachment styles often struggle with balanced closeness. They may fear intimacy when things are stable, but crave connection when they feel vulnerable. So they disappear during normal times and reappear during crises. This push and pull dynamic keeps them emotionally safe while keeping you emotionally hooked. For some, this behavior is tied to entitlement. They believe their struggles deserve attention more than others. In their mind, reaching out only when they need help is justified because their pain feels urgent and important, even if they ignored yours. This mindset often develops in people who are overly accommodated or emotionally prioritized growing up. From a psychological power perspective, this pattern also creates control. When they contact you only in moments of need, they subconsciously place you in a helper role. You become the emotional support system, not an equal. Over time, this dynamic can drain your energy, lower your self-worth, and teach you to associate love with usefulness. The most damaging part of this behavior is the confusion it creates. When someone reaches out only in need, it sends mixed signals. You may feel valued in the moment, only to feel forgotten again once their crisis passes. This inconsistency activates the brain's reward system in unhealthy ways, making it harder to detach. Psychology is clear on one thing. Healthy relationships are consistent, not convenient. People who care check in without needing something. They remember you during ordinary days, not just emergencies. When effort appears only during their lowest moments, it reveals dependency, not appreciation. Importantly, this behavior says nothing about your worth. In fact, it often appears around people who are emotionally strong, reliable, and giving. These qualities attract people who want support without responsibility. But strength should never become a reason for exploitation. Recognizing this pattern is not about becoming cold or unavailable. It's about restoring balance. When you stop being endlessly accessible, you allow people to reveal their true intentions. Some will step up. Others will disappear completely. Both outcomes bring clarity. If someone remembers you only when they need something, they don't miss you. They miss what you provide. You are not a backup plan. You are not an emotional service. Remember this truth. People who value you don't wait until they're empty to show up. Choose relationships where your presence matters, not just your usefulness.